Hello dear students, up till now we have completed formula based programs as well as two programs which are related with the swapping. As I have told you that our next session is based on the if condition. So before starting the if condition, let us discuss certain points, that what is the requirement of if condition. Consider a situation where you want to execute certain statements based on a given condition. Suppose I want to print certain statements or I want to execute certain code only if my condition is satisfied. At that time we are having a concept of if condition. In C language, up till now whatever programs which was performed by us are compulsory executed statements, but now onwards we have facility to use if conditions. With the help of that you can put a condition and based on your condition statement is executed. As I have given the routine life example in the C language, that consider the situation where your parents may put a condition that you will get mobile phone, but there is one condition that you need to cover more than 70% of mark. That means you need to take distinction in the exam. In such condition you will get mobile phone. So what in the case if you get less than 70%? At that time you will not get anything. So in this particular situation you will definitely get the mobile phone from your parents, but in what condition? You need to score more than the 70%, or we can say distinction in the exam. That is the condition. So now the same concept we apply in C++. Let us understand the syntax. Basically there are three types of if, that is simple if else, ladder. These three are the basic types, and one more types you can consider, that is nested if. So these are the parts of if condition. Any condition you just need to use, let me write syntax of simple if, that is our first topic of today's session. The if keyword, opening bracket, condition and statement. Here you can see that we are having how many statements? Only one statement. But suppose if I want to execute number of statements, in our example, if percentage greater than or equals to 70, then print message you will get mobile phone from the parent. Right? Now it may be possible that with mobile phone your parents gives the scooter as a gift. So that is, with this single condition we need to execute two statements with single condition. At that time the syntax is like this: if condition, opening curly bracket, statement 1, statement 2, statement n, and bracket over. Let us discuss the syntax once again. This is the first syntax of simple if. First of all, what is if? If means up till now whatever the programs has been performed by us, that executes their statements compulsorily, but now I want to execute my statement based on certain conditions. For that purpose, if condition is there. This topic we have already discussed in C language, right? Even I have given the routine life example, that consider a situation where your parents put a condition that you need to score more than 70% in the exam, and if you will get 70% in the exam, your parents will give the mobile phone as a gift. So that is the one condition and one statement, right? So for that we are having syntax if, opening bracket, condition bracket over, and statement, and then semicolon. But consider a situation where you have many statements which you want to execute based on a single condition. That in our case we have one condition, that percentage greater than or equals to 70. You need to execute two statements, one is mobile phone and one is scooter. So these two statements you need to execute based on the one condition only. So for such purpose you need to combine that statement in between two curly brackets. Now consider the second case, in which, suppose, what if you will not get 70%? So there are two types of condition. One is true condition and another is false condition. In simple if, we can say that this is the true condition. Over here also, if condition is true, in that case only the statements are going to execute. Now the second type of if statement is if else. What is the use of if else? If else provides you the facility to put your statements in the true part, as well as you can put the certain statements in the false part. So that if condition is false, at that time what are the statements which you need to follow? So here we are having if, then condition, this is the true condition, then statement, else statement. Here we can see that if condition is true, then this statement is going to be executed. If this condition is not true, at that time else part is executed and these statements are executed. The same syntax, this one, right? If you want to execute the number of statements, right, then you can use like curly brackets. Let me copy this down. If condition, true part, number of statements. Same for else. Else you need to apply bracket and number of statements inside the else portion. Let us repeat the syntax once again. If else is used when you want to apply true part as well as false part. In certain situation it may be possible that if condition is true, then you need to execute true statement, but in the case of false condition you need to execute certain statements. For that we are having if else condition. If, that means true portion, else means false portion. The same syntax we have seen in the only if condition, simple if condition. The curly brackets are used when you want to execute more than one statements. The number of statements you can put within two opening and closing curly brackets. Similarly, we are having else part over here. In else part, we are having opening curly bracket, closing curly brackets, and we can put number of statements inside the else part. Here also we can write false statement. So I hope we are just discussing the syntax over here. So I hope it is cleared from my side that this is the simple if syntax, this is the if else syntax. Now if else ladder is there. When if else ladder is used, ladder in Gujarati we can say ladder means sidi, right? So ladder means the number of conditions which you need to execute based on the number of conditions you want to execute the statements. At that time if else ladder is used. So the syntax for if else ladder is if the condition statement else, if there is a space in between else and if keyword, again statement else if condition. Here you can write number of else if, but remember one thing, that there is a rule that if number of conditions are there, but you need to write at least one else statement. With else you do not need to give condition. Let me repeat once again, if else ladder is used to give the number of conditions. Based on the number of conditions you can execute the number of statements. You can write many if else as per your requirement, but there is a rule that once you used if else ladder, at that time there is one else statement required in the syntax. You need to write at least one else in that, and based on else statement it will, if the following statements else if conditions are not true, in such case it will automatically print else statement. So that's this syntax is related with the if else ladder. This is the syntax of if else. Here also you can apply two brackets if you have more than one statements, but I think you people easily understand and you can simplify the syntax by applying two curly brackets over here. So I am not going to write once again, as repetition is there. And nested if, that is the fourth type of if. The syntax of nested if is such that if condition opening bracket closing bracket, again if condition and then statement. Let me clear the given syntax how it works. See, if there is one condition that percentage greater than or equals to 70. So if, but I have inputted 74 in the percentage. Let me write over here so that it can be simplified. If percentage greater than or equals to 70. So in our situation, how many percentage are there? 75. So naturally this is the first condition, 75 is naturally greater than the 70. So this condition is true. So opening curly bracket is there. Now it will go into this condition, if percentage is less than 60. So we have put two conditions over here. The given statement is only executed if percentage is in between 60 to 70, then I want to print, that is Cout distinction. Let us repeat once again. The variable percentage contains percentage 75. 75 is greater than or equals to 70. That means this condition is true. It will go into the second condition to check. The second condition is percentage, that is 75. 75 is less than 60. 75 is less than 60. So again, this condition is how? It is false. So what happens? The statement is not going to print. But what happens if I greater than or equals to over here? The 75 is greater than or equals to 70, condition is true. Again 75 is greater than or equals to 60, then in that condition it will print distinction. So in this way nested if is executed. So let me clear this out so that you can write directly the syntax. This is just for the information purpose. This is the syntax of nested if. Many of time you people forgot the syntax and you just put semicolon after if. Don't put it over there. Why? Because it stops the execution of the condition. That's why don't put semicolon over here. It is not there in the syntax. Now let me scroll down and for few minutes let me highlight the points so that you can easily write in your journal also. These things, that means syntax, you need to write in the journal. Let me repeat once again, you need to write the syntax, whatever the concept is, you need to write the syntax in the journal. Don't write any theory portion in the journal. You just need to write and mention the syntax of that particular topic. Right now we have learnt 4 types of if, that is simple if else ladder and nested if, right? Then if simple if means what? Only true condition is there. There is no statements if false condition is executed. No statements is executed in the simple if. But in the case of if else statement, right? If else contains 2 portions, true statement and false statement. You need to write true condition, and with else don't write any condition, because if the given statement is false, if this is the condition is false, at that time else part is automatically executed. These brackets are used if you want to print more than one statements. Similarly, this is the syntax of if else ladder. Ladder is nothing but you need to write at least one else statement that works as a false condition if all the given conditions are wrong. In such situation it will print else statement. The nested if is nothing but the condition inside condition, or we can say that if statement inside if statement is known as nested if. So this you need to mention in the journal. Let me save this file by the syntax. Now let us start with the first program of C++. Our first program is the demonstration regarding the simple if. So Let us write the comment line example of simple if and write a program to find maximum from two numbers. That means you need to take two variables, you need to input two values from the user, and you need to print that maximum number. Let us include header file as include iostream.h has include conio.h void main opening bracket closing bracket clear screen get ch. We need to declare two variables because we need to input values of two numbers. So for that we need to use cout, enter value for a, cin a, cout, enter value for b, cin b. So up till this we have inputted two values inside a and b. Now we need to put a condition. I want to print maximum, but for that I need to put certain condition, that is if. Now I need to compare two values of a variable. So for that a greater than b. If see greater than is a comparison operator, right? So we are going to compare two values. If the value of a is greater than the value of b, in such situation print, that is cout a is maximum. Now let us save this program by p15.c++. Let us execute this program by pressing Ctrl F9. Let me input 10 in the A and 5 in the B. You can see the message which is printed on the screen, that is A is maximum. But now let us revise the situation. What if I am going to input 5 in the A and 10 in the B? At that time nothing is printed. Why? Because we have not written any else statement over here. Got my point? What I am trying to say? That here we have used simple if, right? So we cannot get the output if the value of B is maximum. For such, what you need to do? You need to write else statement over there. So for that, let me take one new file, write a program to input two values and print maximum in example of if else. Now let us include header file iostream.h has include conio.h has include, sorry, we have already included two files, void main, clear screen, get ch. Now again we need to declare two variables, integer a and b. Again we need to input values inside that variable, enter value for a, store that value in using cout, enter value for B, C in B. Now here we are using if else demonstration. So if A greater than B, then what you need to print? You need to print A is maximum. Here we are having the demonstration of if else, so I am going to use else statement over here. Syntax we have already learned, so I hope it is clear. B is maximum. With else you don't need to give any condition, because if the given statement is not true, it will automatically execute the false statement. Now let us save this program first and then we execute the given code. The program number 16. Let us execute the given code. First of all, let me input 10 into the A and 5 into the B. So A is maximum, which is similar to the previous programs, simple if program. Again, let us run this program. I am going to input 5 into the A and 10 into the B. In our previous example, if I am going to input these two values, I will not get any output, right? But this is the example of if else condition. That means if the condition is not true, in such case it will automatically execute the else portion. That means here we have written B is maximum in the else portion. That means the value of B is maximum. So this is the first program which is related with the if else, finding two values, inputting two values from the keyboard and find the maximum number. Similarly, you need to write in your homework minimum. How to find minimum? That you know. Which comparison operator is used to find minimum values out of two values? That you need to find out, and that is your homework using if else condition, right? Using if else condition, you need to write that input two values from the keyboard and find minimum from that two numbers. If A less than B, A is minimum, else B is minimum. This is the greater than sign. We have to use less than sign over here. That is the second comparison operator we have learnt. Now the same program, that means our next 4 programs related with if else only. So we are going to discuss different types of if else. It is very simple. We just need to decide that what condition we are going to put based on that statement, right? So our next program is related with the odd and even, right? So for that, let me take one new program. Example of if else, right? This is the second type of if we study. Then input number from keyboard and check odd number or even number. That means I need to check whether the inputted number is odd number or even number, right? So before writing, let me once again telling you that don't write programs directly. Don't be a developer. You just need to ask certain questions in the mind, that what are the input variables, what are my conditions, what are the actions or statements which I need to perform. So first of all, there is include, 2 library files I need to include, that is sure. So let me write these 2 files first of all. The inbuilt structure, let me note down. Then we will discuss that what are the points which we need to keep in the mind. Get ch. Now how many variables I need to take? That here it has already given you from the definition that input a number. That means you need to input one number from the user. So integer number. Let me input that from the keyboard using cout and cin. Enter number. Cin, store it into the number variable. Now again, if is there, else portion is there. The statement that I want to print is number is even, or the another message which I want to print is number is odd. Now only thing I want to learn is what condition I can put over here. Can anybody remember the condition regarding the even or odd finding? Yes, variable number is there, so we need to use number modulus by 2 double equals to 0. That means the inputted number is even, and if the number is not 0, in that case the number is odd. Now let us save this program. The program number 17. Now you can run this program. I am inputting 11. The number is odd. That means when you divide the number odd numbers, it will not return 0. But suppose I am going to input 10, it is even number. So this is the demonstration regarding the if-else statements. Right? I am giving you the 2 homeworks. Actually you need to perform 3 programs. First program I have already given you, that you need to write down the program if else, right? If else statement and find the minimum numbers out of 2 numbers. That is your first homework today. And remaining 2 programs you need to perform, that is find input and year from the keyboard, and you need to find that whether entered year is leap year or not. Similarly, the next, that means the third homework is number is divisible by 4 or not. That is your homework, and you need to input age from the keyboard, and the entered, from the entered age you need to check whether the person is eligible for driving license or not. I am going to teach you these 3 programs tomorrow, but before that you need to write in your rough book these 3 programs. The entered year is leap year or not, the number is divisible by 4 or not, and the person is eligible for driving license or not. After completion of these 3 programs, we have completed if-else statement. After that, we will start with the if-else ladder. So in tomorrow's session, we are going to discuss 3 programs which are related with the if-else statement, and the remaining 2 programs that is related with if-else ladder, which we will discuss in our next lecture. Right? Up till that, let me share the notepad file of today's session so that you people can easily write in the journal. This is the first program of today's session. Before this program, you need to write the syntax of different types of if condition. Again let me repeat, don't write any theory regarding the if condition. You just need to mention the syntax of if, and this is the first program which is based on the simple if, right? So this is the program number 15. I am giving you the number, that's why the numbers remain same for all students. So you need to give program number 15 to the simple if. Then program number 16. This is the program number 16, that is example of if else condition, right? And if else condition is performed like this: find maximum number. This is the program to find maximum number, right? Here I have mentioned one homework. So give the exercise number, that means program 16_1 to this. Minimum from 2 numbers. This you need to do in your homework. And this is the program number 16_1, right? So that both of us our program, the numbers remains same. For such purpose, give program number 16_1 to the minimum from 2 numbers. This is the comparison operator, as I have already told you. Then program number 17, that is enter a number from the keyboard and check whether the entered number is odd or even. You just need to input a single number, that's why I have taken number variable. We have inputted number from the user. Then if else cout message true part false part. Now I just need to put condition. Condition is based on which variable? Number. How I can get that even number? That number modulus by 2 double equals to 0. Then the number is even, otherwise the number is odd. So this is the program number 17. Now the program number 18, let me write the definition over here. Program number 18. Input here from the keyboard and check whether the inputted year is leap year or not. This is the first definition on which you need to write the program. Again, input a number from the keyboard and check whether the inputted number is divisible by 4 or not. If the inputted number is divisible by 4, then you need to print message that number is divisible by 4. Otherwise number is not divisible by 4. And input age from the keyboard and check whether the age whether the person is eligible for driving license or not. Let me repeat once again, these 3 programs you need to write in your rough book. In tomorrow's session I am going to teach you these 3 programs which is related with the if else. Let me clear over here. Using if else syntax you need to develop these 3 programs. Then we will switch into the if else ladder. Up till now I hope you people do the homework in your rough book, and we will check tomorrow based on our tomorrow's lecture. Thank you all. Goodbye.